We're going to talk about Netflix, and they're launching a cheap alternative to their no ad service, which I believe we predicted a while back when we talked about this. But it's the breakdown. I thought Peter was going to chime in there. The breakdown is that they're going to sell you ads on Netflix for like $7 a month, which sounds like such a shit deal. God knows how much money they're going to make to push and try to widen their demographic and customer acquisition. That's about it on today's Not So Critical update. How was that? Was that better?
It was great. We've talked about this many times, this Netflix thing, and it's finally happening. They've been testing it. They warned us it was coming. Now it's coming. Starting in November in 12 countries, including the UK, US, Canada, Mexico, and Australia. In the US, it's going to be $6.99, $7, as John said. 4.99 whatevers they have in the UK.
I think they're called gold coins or something. I'm not sure.
Doubloons.
Quids.
Balloons.
to get ad supported service, ad enhanced services. I'm just making this up. That's not what they're calling it.
5 coppers. So it's like they looked at Hulu, which already does this. Hulu has a cheap option, which is disgusting in terms of the amount of ads they push. And they're like, this is it. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to innovate at all. And we're going to fucking steal their idea.
I think they give Hulu too much credit.
They are innovating. Don't you remember the story we did about Netflix gaming last week?
That was so intuitive and easy for you to figure out how to game on Netflix.
Yeah, that's a real moneymaker for them, isn't it?
Like,
made it so accessible.
I get it. You need to make money. You want to make more money. You want to produce shows for people, and you want them to stay on your platform.
No, John. That's not what this is about. This is about catering, providing an option for people to keep watching Netflix during the current economic crisis. That's all they're doing. They're just helping people out.
So.
You're both so totally wrong. Like, you're making the same point. They're not altruists. They are trying to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
I didn't really think it was about helping people in the economy.
It's because he's not European.
I know you don't. I know you're saying that. I know you're mocking them for not being
I knew that all along.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew you were being sarcastic. What? I'm being sarcastic. No, sorry. Okay, fair enough.
Mike is gonna pop a fuse.
I was not being sorry. All right, whatever. Go ahead. Spew your anti-capitalist nonsense.
Okay,
it's not about. This isn't about anti-capitalist. This feels anti-consumer.
No, fuck capitalism. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the fence about what capitalism is and isn't good for, but this is just anti-consumer. They're going to take a 30-minute episode and they're going to make it a 45-minute episode, which kind of brings me back. It's almost like I'm having deja vu talking about 30-minute episodes in a 45-minute format.
Yeah.
To a long time ago when cable reigned supreme, and that was where you couldn't get away from ads. This is what we're looking at now. And sure, $7 for a Netflix subscription for people who are not as fortunate financially is great, but like not great in terms of.
I was genuinely surprised it wasn't free. I thought the ad supported version would be free, and so in the UK it's like $7. It's like a £2 or £3 difference. Pounds, by the way, is what we have in the UK, just for reference. Jesus. Yeah, governor. Oh, I thought the next week would be much cheaper. I thought it'd be like free. I thought it'd be free or like £1 or £2, and it's £5, and it's the normal one is like £7. It's not that much difference.
Are quid and pounds the same thing?
I think it's slang for pounds.
They are the same.
Oh.
Yes, one.
But don't you guys also have like pence?
We there's some sort of political joke there, but yes, we have 1 penny, 2 pence. Is
Wait, what's 2 pence?
It's 2 pennies, but you say.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So like a quid
5
50.
pence.
A quid.
Yeah,
50.
It's the plural. It's the plural of penny. Pence is
pennies.
plural.
Yes. Sorry. Did I not? Was that not obvious from my example? I apologize. Sorry,
I wasn't. Yeah, no.
I kind of assumed
we call them pennies.
Yeah. But you don't say. But no, you call them cents. You call them like the physical item is a penny. I don't know how we got into this. A physical item is a penny, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
So, and then if you have a pile of them, you say there are 50 pennies, which is 50 cents worth, right?
Yeah.
We just say.
I guess that's true. Yeah. But what I meant is, you guys don't say cents for your anyway. Back to Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
This is just a cheap grab. It's just a cheap move.
The problem is,
it makes sense to me.
We got what we've been asking for years, and now we don't like it. When we had cable bundles, everybody wanted 2 things. They wanted commercial-free viewing, and they wanted it to be unbundled. Well, guess what? Yeah. Now you're getting both those things, and we're still not happy about it. When we unbundle cable packages, now we have multiple streaming services, so you have to subscribe to whatever channel you want. If you think you're going to get it ad-free,
this is not what we want.
It's really what we asked for. We asked for unbundled cable and commercial-free viewing, and this is what we have.
I just want to be a pirate again.
The solution to piracy, Peter.
Yeah.
The solution to piracy is selling or licensing episodes and seasons and whole shows individually across the entire spectrum of all providers through a single service provider. And this will never be achieved. We will never be able to achieve this.
Right.
Because of the current licensing laws and the current, I guess, just way things are. Like, these companies would never give that up.
I just wish there was a way to give money to the creators and pirate everything. No DRM. You have a copy that you just, doesn't get deleted at random because Amazon need a tax break. You can get everything you want all the time, very fast from everybody.
And such a good startup idea, if you think about it.
Yeah, some sort of pot that I don't know.
If you never want to make any money, sure, I guess
it gets
no. You make money. You can make money. You do it through you could do a freemium where you get to launch. As a creator, you get to upload your content. Let's say it's a first season. The pilot is free. And then, like Patreon, you basically pay the provider and you take a cut, 10%, 5%.
So whatever. YouTube.
No, because
when you talk about who's the creator, studios put millions of dollars into developing new shows. Yeah. Are they the creator?
There's TV shows on YouTube that are huge. With hundreds of millions of viewers.
That's what I'm saying. You got YouTube, you put that stuff there. Sure,
yeah, but they don't make nearly as much as what I'm saying.
It's a distribution issue.
Shit, because it's expensive to create that content, and it's not a creator in the sense of
they don't make money off of YouTube. Like, YouTube's ads aren't enough for these indie studios,
right?
So if you do,
which is why Netflix has to charge to support their studio.
But they don't even make enough.
I mean, they don't make enough.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it.
I'm not getting it.
You're not getting it. Forget about the startup idea, okay? We'll talk about it off camera.
Yeah. I don't want to give away any secrets anyway. So,
every time we have these conversations about the services, it's complaining about how much these things cost and how greedy they are because they want to charge people for the service that they're consuming.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with this. You want to pay less. I get it. Just say you want to pay less. That's cool.
But I don't care about the money amount. I care about the money amount across all of the services. I shouldn't have to pay $150 a month to watch one season of something.
But you're paying the creator. That's how they release it.
I'm not
Disney
paying
is the creator. Netflix is the creator.
No. I'm paying these publishers. That's what I'm paying. Paying the distributors.
I'm curious about a couple of things. Right, to get back to Netflix and ads. I think I'm curious about how many ads they're going to shove into the.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Things.
True.
And I want to know how well these ads are targeted against people, because they have a lot of data. Do you think so? Because I don't think that the idea of targeted ads has really played out that well. Like, I get a lot of ads targeted towards me, which are
Peter,
not appropriate.
If I know as Netflix, I have all this data, right? And I can buy additional data about the person for like super low cost, I'm going to hyper focus these ads.
Right. So, I'm curious to see how well they will work out, really. What
I'm curious to know is if it'll actually even matter. So if you use Twitch at all, which is the live streaming platform, we've talked about it a bunch. Most of the time, the ads aren't that targeted. It'll be like Grubhub, which is a food delivery service.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. Because Grubhub has paid for the primo spots
so much
money that they're able to basically say, fuck targeting. We want to blanket shower everyone with Grubhub ads. And I think that's actually what will matter more to Netflix, is not per se the highest click rate, but the highest cost. Who's willing to pay the most?
Yeah.
Click-through conversion rates are not Netflix's problem. They're the advertiser's problem.
Exactly.
Well,
and the advertiser, if the advertiser is Taco Bell, they don't give a shit. Just stuff people's heads full of Taco Bell.
I don't think that's true. I think that it is Netflix problems, because they're running an ad network now, so it has to be effective. So the ability to make your ads.
But how do you translate effectiveness when you can't click? Right?
Yeah,
I'm sitting at home. I can't click the ad. I can watch it. Right?
That's
it's been viewed by, I'll tell you how they're going to figure this out. It's been viewed by 30 million people in one night. The next week, Taco Bell sees an uptick in orders and visits of 7%, right? Or something. These are arbitrary numbers, all of it. This is how they're gonna figure it out.
Yep.
That's my guess. I'm not an ad.
To what you said, Peter, conversion rates are not the platform's problem. They're the advertiser's problem. So from the platform standpoint, they're going to say, well, if your ad's not working, it's either a bad ad, or it's not correctly targeted, or you're not spending enough on it. Two of those things they control: the targeting and the amount that's being spent. The content of the ad is what's most responsible for it. So it is almost, if an ad doesn't, and this is why it's maybe amusing to me when people talk about how ad targeting doesn't work, because ad targeting absolutely works. When surveyed, a vast majority of people say they don't respond to marketing, but everybody responds to marketing. If targeted advertising doesn't work, it's because they're not targeting correctly, or they don't have a good enough ad.
All right. Okay. Maybe it's a standardized thing. It's a commoditized thing. This targeting at the moment, but I can see a situation where you run an ad on Netflix versus an ad on cable, and one does better than the other. I don't know.
Sure. That's true.
To do with the targeting.
What's that mean to you?
Something to do with you said the conversion rate isn't an issue for the platform, isn't an issue for Netflix.
I think I'm with Mike, because imagine this, Peter. You're Netflix, and you have the next blockbuster TV show, Stranger Things season X, is coming out on Friday, and all of these massive companies want the top spot for this show. So Netflix says to them, okay, we're projecting 100 million viewers like on launch of this show. That's what we think, more or less, that we're going to get. Let's say Netflix is right on the money, 100 million viewers. Who gives a shit at this point, as Netflix, what the advertisers are showing, or the conversion rate, or the conversion rate?
Okay,
they at that point it stops. They're like, we don't give a fuck. DoorDash, Grubhub, Instacart, whoever you are that you want to push an ad, you're gonna have to bid for this slot. And
Right.
beyond that, we don't care. That's your problem, not ours. I'm totally with Mike on that. Yeah.